Are you still not ready, Chinami? Hurry up! I'm standing at the entrance as I shout up the stairs. What is taking you so long? At this rate, we'll be late on our first day. Apparently experiencing various hardships getting herself prepared for school, my sister is still cooped up in her room. Darn it, Chinami. I impatiently stand down here waiting on Chinami to hurry herself up, feeling both a bit emotional and slightly uneased in response to the well-starched uniform I have on. For both Chinami and myself, today marks our first day as official students of Hibari High. Of course, as being transfer students, we have to drop by the faculty office before the start of homeroom to meet our respective homeroom teachers, which is why I wanted to get a bit of a head start this morning, but yeah, so much for that. A quick glance at my cell phone's watch tells me we only have 10 more minutes until the ringing of the bell. Judging by my prior experience, coming Yamami Hill on my way to the lookout, I said that if we left right this instant, we might just barely make it. It is my first day at Hibari High, and I don't even have the time to cherish the starting of this new chapter in my life. Wait one sec. The uniform looks very cute on you. One thing before that. Did you put on your name tag? Lol. Did you take along a handkerchief? Okay. Which I strangely enough don't see anywhere. Okay. What you're holding up right now isn't your book bag, but your piggy bank. Woman! Run up and get your school bag now, and don't you make me wait a second more. Chinami, what is wrong with you? No, you just grabbed the wrong thing, stupid. Go get your book bag before I leave you behind. Just leaves. Chinami, darn it, dude. Watching Chinami's back as she bolts up the stairs, I can't keep myself from heaving a heavy sigh. Back when he was still living in the city, Chinami would also leave for school right on the edge of time. And the impractical probability of me waiting for her or not was a clean 50%. Despite the fact that our school is now so close that we can walk instead of using a bus like we used to have to, that tendency of hers hasn't changed one damn bit. Well, darn it. I did leave, dang. Poor Chinami. As I get tired of waiting and leave the house, I run into a female student that is just about to pass right in front of me. Oh, it's our neighbor. The moment our eyes meet, the girl stops in her tracks. Oh, yeah, she thinks we're a weirdo, that's right, I forgot about that. I definitely remember that face. She's the girl that showed up at the door when we went to say hello to our neighbors. Yep. Judging by her uniform, she is a Hibari High student. Hello there? Look at her freaking serious face right now, jeez. I chose to play it safe and go for a slightly polite greeting. Although, I'm actually pretty positive she's younger than me. Hibari High has two sets of uniforms, and the one she has on is the uniform the kids a grade below me wear. Besides, there's also the fact that she clearly is younger than me appearance-wise. Like a year. She should only be like a year younger, right? Like Chinami's age? All she does is issue a curt nod in reply, before resuming walking in the direction of Yamami Hill. Ah, hold on! As I call out to her to stop, she questioningly tilts her head, looking back at me. You're going to school, right? Would you mind if I joined you? Yes, I'd mind. I mean to get on friendly terms with our neighbors right away. Maybe you could pin it on the calm, soothing atmosphere of Hibarigasaki, in sharp contrast to the bustling hecticness of the city. I guess you could say it sort of, well, made me feel more relaxed and friendly? Anyhow, it is important to maintain a wholesome relationship with those who live around you. Today's actually my first day at Ibari High, so like, I'd really appreciate it if you could maybe help me get accustomed to the place. Show me where things are, you know? Darn it, Chinami. Later, okay. Have we met before? Lol, darn it, dude. You mean her, right? Alright, yeah, no, that's right, I forgot. Oh, yeah, I made Chinami look like the weirdo. But we got along cool, right? So why is she not... Huh. Tone of dress was such a casual way from the get-go. Yeah, sorry, you'll have to excuse her. This knucklehead over here is quite lacking when it comes to manners and common sense and everything. Ah, okay. But she thought I was rare too. That explains it then. Lol. She mentally put me in the same category as Chinami? I never. Where did I slip up? My first impression should have been flawless for all intents and purposes. The polar opposite of Chinami's. Come back! Our neighbor walks off, going up the hill by herself. Also not a guardian, I'm her brother. Well, thanks, you little snot. Not because of you, our neighbor thinks I'm some circus freak too. Did you lock the front door? Did you? Since Aunt Shino's still sleeping, we gotta be careful not to forget about that. Alright, let's get going then. Yes, it's very cute. Never go away from me! Lol, darn it. I hike up the hill. It's not like I just left her. I straight up just ditched her. Oh my gosh, dude. Hey look, there's a person, there are people in the background. That's neat. I don't remember, yeah, they weren't like that before, like when I was rocking down this pathway before, we never saw that. That's a nice little attention to detail. I hardly see any other students on the way to school, which I can only pin on the fact that we left at such a late time. Chinami. That in turn enables me to effortlessly find our neighbor friend. Our neighbor friend. Flippin' A darn dude. In spite of the fact that we are cutting it close, her walking pace is awfully leisurely. Though thanks to that, I managed to catch up to her in no time. Hey there. As I line myself up next to her, she sluggishly turns my way. What do you mean, it? Rude? I am a person, thank you very much, and I have feelings. Jeez, she makes it sound like I am some ghost haunting her. If you don't mind, could we walk to school together? I put myself out there and invite her with the most friendly smile I can muster. Her face, on the other hand, is quite literally void of any expression whatsoever. She responds with neither a yes nor a no. 1 second went by, 2 seconds, and it doesn't change. An awkward mood starts to encase us. I guess you could say, I sort of feel like I've tripped the moment I set for. Maybe she is still upset about that fraud-esque thing we pulled to lure her out of the house the other day? I mean, that's what I was thinking. Dang, you run fast, woman. The fuck? Chinami suddenly pops up from behind us. But I darn it. Lol. For once in my life, I am actually thankful for Chinami's audacity and its ability to instantaneously blow away the awkward mood. I'm Kogasaka You, a second year at Ibari High, and this is my little sister Chinami. She's a first year. I'd go ahead and introduce ourselves first to make it easy for her to reply. Yep, Isuzu, I saw it in the opening. Still wearing that expressionless... Yeah, still wearing that expressionless face. She answers about as concisely as concise can get. So it looks like you and Chinami will be in the same grade, huh? My thoughts turn out to be correct. But say, Aoi-san... You sure... That reminds me of Sakusaku, don't it? But say, Aoi-san, you sure you didn't want to pick up your pace a little bit? I mean, the bell's about to ring in just a few minutes here. Honestly, a lot of stuff in this game reminds me of Sakusaku, and it's great. And yes, I know this came out first, so yeah. But I'm glad I played Sakusaku first. That's why I'm saying it reminds me of Sakusaku, because I played that game first. Even though this one is obviously way older. Ah, if that rubbed you the wrong way, my bad. Still, the expression says before, she then falls silent. Yeah, keeping up a conversation of her is a bit of a task. Chinami won't have a problem with that. Oh, it's time to Chinami. They're gonna be the bestest of friends. Chinami keeps throwing off words of her characteristic machine gun mouth, not even slightly fazed by Aoi-san's attitude of thorough disregard. The feat of having made 100 friends back during her time at school in the city wasn't just for show. Wow, 100 friends? That's like Yuki from Magikoi. Well, what she wanted to do anyway. Is it perhaps that you're still upset about what happened when we came to say hello the other day? Ah, cool. At last, I get a proper answer out of her. I'm really sorry about that, I mean it. I'll bring over soufflés again sometime soon. Okay. Circus clown, darn it. Oh my jeez. You see her face right now? Dang, she's not playing shit, dude. Did she just say that? Bye. I don't quite get this girl. Oh, Chinami. As per usual, Chinami's very person still remains blind to the meaning of discouragement. Lol. Hey look, more people in the background, neat. I like it. Anyhow, we eventually reach Hibari High School gate through trial and tribulation of our neighbor friend. A neighbor friend. Just call her Isuzu. Like, we know her name now, it's fine. I shoot a look at my cell phone and note that we are already down to 3 minutes until the ringing of the bell. Oh, cool. That was like I'm kind of impressed because this game is like way like really old or fairly old. Like I think earlier mid 2000s. So like I'm kind of impressed like by the sprites like being like having different variations like further back in the distance and all that. That's cool. I'm just kind of impressed because I know this is an older game. Regardless, Aoi-san keeps up her leisurely pace off in her own world as she enters the school grounds. Bye, Aoi. Or Isuzu. I'll call her Isuzu. You and I have to drop by the faculty room now, Chinami. Come on, we gotta hurry. She's like, oh no, please, no. See? Aoi-san wordlessly disappears into the school building. I don't think you did. Her chat with her new friend didn't really amount to much of anything, but apparently Chinami is entirely content nonetheless. Sure would be nice if you two wound up in the same class, huh? I'd entered the school building once before. back when I came in to take care of transfer formalities on the day we arrived in Hibarigasaki. Hence I still remember where which entrance is, but our own lockers, and thus also slippers, haven't been prepared yet. Consequently, we can't go in through the main entrance. So we make a beeline for the visitors' entrance, all the while praying that the bell will wait for us. Wow, nice little exterior of the school. The faculty room is located on the first floor of the school building. Since Chinami and I are in different grades, we also have different homeroom teachers to go see. Accordingly, this is where our ways part. By the time I've exchanged a simple introduction with my homeroom teacher, the bell has already rung. And by that teacher, we leave the faculty room and go up to the 3rd floor. After walking down the hallway for a short while, the teacher then halts before a door. Wait, hold on, I think I might be able to read this. Pureto ni hatu. Pureto ni hatu. Wait, no, sorry. That. Pureto ni ha. 2. A. Toaru. A. Toaru. So class 2A? Yeah, class 2A. Okay. I don't know why I bothered trying to read all that, because I don't know that much Japanese. I just know how to pronounce the syllables, like the hiragana and all that. This is the class I've been assigned to. Leaving me for simple wait out here for now. He enters the classroom. Also, why was that translated? Anyway, I suppose he is going to introduce me to the class during the morning homeroom session that is starting now. And he brings me before the class. I'll have to introduce myself in front of them. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous. The situation I am currently in perfectly resembles the one I experienced during my first time moving. I felt that exact same feeling. Questions like, will I be able to situate into the class? And will my new classmates accept me? Fluttered through my mind, causing a nagging anxiety to search for it that made me almost want to just run away. I felt that before. I may have been through this once before, but I doubt it is something I will ever get used to. And I'm positive the same goes for just about everyone. I wonder how Chinami's holding up. Knowing that girl, she'll no doubt go pointlessly overboard for her self-introduction. But for characteristic cheerfulness and vitality at her disposal, I'm quite sure she'll be friends with everyone in no time. What about me, though? Will I be able to slip my way into the class as easily as her? Will it be like last time, where I go through some hardships at first, but gradually make my way there eventually? Oh, excuse me, sorry I had to burp. My bad, guys. I really need to stop being so pessimistic. At this rate, I'll just end up the laughingstock of the class. The lookout girl would laugh at me. She was the one who taught me how much fun it is to spend time with friends. Did we lose our memories of her? Or was that just her name? Like, was that just one specific memory? Like, huh. Curious, anyway. She was the one who taught me how much fun it is to spend time with friends. Now that I've come to taste that feeling for myself, I am different from the old me from before I met her. I would ignore my classmates' invitations to do stuff together. Oh, too real. I mean, at the school I transferred to when I moved away from Hibarigasaki, despite the hardships I went through at first, I did end up making a good amount of friends, all things considered. Although, in that regard, I still pale in comparison to Chinami. Hello? Is it the teacher? Oh, it's you. It's Komomo, right? That was your name? As I raised my head, my eyes meet with those of a female student who was walking down the hallway. Her face looked somewhat familiar, but more importantly, why is she winding out the hallways when homeroom has already started? I'm new, woman, calm down. What do you know? Our thoughts are exactly in sync. Woman, I'm new. I'm a transfer student. Well, I'd really like to do so, but thing is... Wait, why you ask me that when you're doing the same thing? Girl, well, the thing is, I'm a transfer student and this is my first day. Thank you very much. I sure hope that is a sufficient enough explanation for her, so I wouldn't have to spell everything out. Yeah, maybe don't assume shit, woman. Looks like she got the idea. Yes. Now the fact that it even gave away my name is a bit unexpected. Okay. What exactly does that mean? The girl walks off, heading further down the hallway. I guess that means she isn't in my class. As I stand there, tilting my head in puzzlement, I hear my homeroom teacher's voice. Ah, okay. I guess I don't get a voice. Alright, it is showtime, baby. Time to roll up my sleeves and nail the self-introduction. Because God knows I don't want to get laughed at by that girl whose name I've now forgotten. Lol. Okay, so yeah, we just forgot her name, okay. Alright, just wanted to be clear on that. I pull open the door and instantly find that being the only sound I hear. Ah, my vision's blurred. Hello? Why is my vision blurry? The classroom is shrouded in absolute silence. The atmosphere is evidently tense, almost making me break out into a sweat. I lined up next to the teacher who was standing at the podium. Following that, I direct my gaze forward. I go look at my new classmates for the very first time. A couple dozen of curious pairs of eyes are staring me down. I am met with unfamiliar faces everywhere I look, which is only to be expected, of course. Naturally, I felt a little overwhelmed, so much so that I almost inadvertently take a step back. I can even spy a few students here and there whispering back and forth between each other. It would be completely normal for them to think something was amiss with the fact that I've transferred during the odd month of July. Though, humorously enough, there really isn't any particularly rumor bait kind of reason. I know full well they aren't staring at me this intently out of spite. But still, it doesn't make things any easier. Oh, thank goodness, the blur is gone. I can see clearly again. My vision has been restored. Why was it like that? Anyway, the teacher says a few brief words to the class, then writes my name on the blackboard before turning it over to me to give a short self-introduction. Right. I have to talk in front of them, even though that thought was still in my mind before entering the classroom. It had totally slipped from my mind sometime in between. Maybe because of that strange girl who got at me in the hallway just now? Alright, so what exactly should I say about myself? I can't think of a single damn thing. Darn it. Shit, as my creed is to be prepared for everything at all times, this really isn't like me at all. Mare! Hello? Well, that is because my head has been occupied with other stuff. Thanks to that Mare girl. After the event that transpired at the lookout, it's taken me a fair bit of time to regain my composure. The fact that I am back to normal now isn't because I've given up on the lookout girl's name, but rather due to me having resolved myself to remember it again at all costs. Wait, now is the time for that. Right now I am giving my self-introduction. While I haven't thought of any specific things to say beforehand, this isn't the first time I've done a self-introduction. No need to panic. I've introduced myself just fine to all the people I've met here in Hibarigasaki since we started living here. Even if you leave that out of the equation, this isn't my first time changing schools. Just think about the kind of self-introduction I did back then. From what I remember, it was a little awkward. Well, time to be awkward, I guess. Self-introduction being what it is, I am pretty sure I must have said something, but I can't for the life of me remember what that something was. There's also the chance I didn't actually say anything at all then, contrary to my thoughts. Maybe I was only reined by this strong desire to flee that place at once, ultimately rendering me unable to say anything. Maybe I just stood there waiting for that moment of eternity to hurry up and pass by. Though I don't need to think about that. I am different now. I've grown. And I don't just mean my height. With both my mind and body having matured, I should have no problem nailing a self-introduction of confidence. But still, there is no denying that I kind of hurt myself by not thinking about this beforehand. I am basically repeating myself at this point, but it's crucial that you give off a nice first impression when you meet someone. In that case, I suppose my best bet would be throwing in some jokes to accentuate that I'm an outgoing guy. But shit, what if they fall flat? Labeled as the king of cringe after introducing himself with several lame jokes in succession. It'd be a Herculean task to remove that smear in my name. I don't have the thick skin and courage that Chinami does. If it comes to that, I'd straight up refuse to go to school anymore. Oh jeez. Which means I should avoid taking on that risk and stick with a safe, harmless, nice to meet you all and finish things off. Dude, we are overthinking this so freaking much. Just say your name and say hi, what's up, and just give the standard spiel that they give. But I feel like that would only have the opposite effect. Make me come off as overly boring. Wait, did I? Oh man, one sec, let me check. Where's it at? Shit. Option? Oh, it's not it, shit. Where's the... Oh, I can't find it. I thought I might have skipped something, but I guess... Oh, wait. Wait. Where's the backlog? Oh, here it is. Sorry about that, my bad. Oh, here it is. I think I didn't read this. Did I? Which means I should avoid taking on that risk and stick for safe, harmless, nice to meet you all, and finish things off. Oh yeah, I don't think I read that, because I was just saying, why don't you just do the standard nice to meet you all thing, and then he said this, so... Okay. Well, I mean... If you don't want to seem weird and crazy, then you might as well be overly boring. You can hardly ever reach middle ground, you usually gotta pick one or the other. You're always gonna lean one way or the other, so... Pick being crazy or being boring to some extent. To either of those, but yeah. You know what I mean. Wait, shit, I think I skipped something again. Okay, in response to my continued silence, my classmates started to murmur among themselves. Fuck, this isn't good. Before endlessly mulling over what to say, I should have just gone and said something. Who cares what? Just anything to clear this awkward silence. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Silly-o. At this rate, I'll get labeled an egghead that overthinks everything. I mean, apparently that's what you are. For the second time, too. Oh, that happened in yellow school? Dang, dude, that's exactly what happened in yellow school, huh? That's interesting. Dang, dude. Well, there with that maturity I thought I had. Right out the window. Thanks, Asaho. A conspicuously resonant voice amidst the boisterous classroom entered my ears. Darn it. Amidst that sea of unfamiliar faces, there was one that isn't. A girl that stood up and raised her voice. Is that maid I met the other day? Kosame's here too. Yes. Also as a class representative? Huh, that's interesting. She definitely doesn't seem like the type to be a class representative, but cool. Sitting at the desk in front of her is also the girl named Hisakaki Kosame I came across in front of Hibari High School gate. The two of them are flashing bright smiles my way. Those smiles are proof that they are welcoming me, an outsider. The moment this thought passes through me, the self-introductions I exchange with the both of them resurface in my mind. Hello, my name is Kogasaka You, and I'll be studying here together with all of you from here on out. I only just moved here the other day, so I would be appreciative if you could all help me out. Thank you. At the end of the day, my self-introduction turns out to be the brief, safe kind. Yes. Thank you very much. However, the following applause makes a wave of relief wash over me. I felt like 10 minutes thinking about that. My desk is by the windows. Ah, yes. The good old standard main character seat. By the window, in the back. Are we in the back? I don't know. We're by the window. With the ring of the bell signaling the end of homeroom, we now have a 10-minute break until the start of our first class. As I'm in the middle of taking out my brand new textbook for our upcoming class, the girl sitting next to me doesn't waste any time to strike up a conversation. Hey, Asuho. The girl at the desk next to mine turns out to be the maid girl herself, Minahoshi Asuho. I like the zoom feature. Wait, hold on. Oh dang, thighs. Anyway, she's really cute, by the way. Huh. Man, I might have to change my route decisions. Just like, okay, I'm trying to stop now. Anyway. Yeah, kind of caught me off guard too. I mean, it's a small town, so. And thank God for that too. Oh, nothing. Just a little something on my end. Oh, you know it. Sure, but I'm a little short on cash now, so I might have to wait a bit. The purchase of 2 old sideboards has left my wallet in a very miserable state. I can't be a maid. Well, I mean, working at a maid cafe as a guy is kinda... Yeah? You get the idea. Is it the manager your dad? Okay, anyway. He's that kind of guy? Well, I'll give you props for actually working at that kind of place. He was her dad, right? Or is that just... Was he like an assistant manager or what? I don't know. Sounds like the kind of guy that you might find on a sex offender list. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Yeah, my me is basically redundant. Yeah, okay. So the creeper actually turns out to be your father, huh? Dang it, I can't. Oh my gosh. I can't. Well, all things considered, that only warrants my impression of him. I mean, like, a father dressing up his own daughter in a maid outfit. Anyway. Come to think of it, yeah. That's been bugging me too. He suddenly bends forward in my direction and starts to gaze directly at me with a stern countenance. Can I like zoom in on that? Because it's already zoomed in. Okay, yeah, it's like, it did that. What? That means I can't zoom anymore because it did it for me. Okay. So I was curious. What's the deal? Am I what? What do you mean? Her face is way too close for comfort. What do you mean? It's great. The distance between us is so unbelievably short that I can actually feel her breathing on me. That's hot. Oh, darn it. I hardly bent backwards to give myself some breathing room. Is she short-sighted or what? Minahoshi-san? Her face is plastered with an amiable smile as she says so. Alright then, Asuho-san. Okay. I scratch the back of my neck in an attempt to gloss over my embarrassment. Then I'll take you at your word and call you Asuho. Yeah. Are you my childhood friend? Another childhood friend aside from the lookout girl? Yo? Chan? Is she serious? Yeah. That feels a tad weird. You can just drop the honorific for me too. Woman! I mean, it's certainly less embarrassing than Yo-chan. I knew it! She's my childhood friend! Also, once again, draws closer to me with a jerk. Oh jeez. I think about her words while challenging the limits of my body's flexibility as I bend back even further. Dang, dude, shit. Way back? How far are we talking here? Oh, he was talking about what Chief said. I thought he was talking about his flexibility, but he said way back? And I meant, okay, that's right, my bad. Wechio-chan? Darn it! You call me an egghead. A girl with the name Hoshizora, staring at me from point-blank range, almost making you think she couldn't see you otherwise. Something clicks inside my memories when I try thinking about a girl like that. At that time, I used to be a real egghead, just like she said. Although it wasn't my intention to do so, I believe there was some vibe about me in a way that really made me come off as rude and condescending. I never once accepted people's invitations when they asked me to play with them, nor did it even cross my mind to invite others of my own accord. So as a matter of course, I didn't have any friends. Ah, so childhood classmate, not childhood friend. I didn't even try to make any. It wasn't something that really weighed on me much at all, but pretty much everyone else just accepted that and left me be. But despite that, there was a girl that always tried to get me to make friends and be social. Whether that was simply out of pity and concern for a loner like myself, or whether she simply regarded me as a forbidden fruit that stirred her curiosity, I couldn't tell. Right. She was a class rep. Were you ever not the class rep? Rather than a dependable, stern kind of girl that could control the class with the snap of her fingers, she was more like the sociable girl who was friends with everyone. Yeah, I can tell. If you take the tsundere class rep at my old school in the city, she was basically the exact opposite of that. Tsundere. I didn't know whether it was just because she was that kind of person, or a role as a class rep gave her the idea, but Hoshizora would always attach Chan to everyone's names, girl or boy, no difference. She wasn't the kind of class rep that would unsparingly reprimand you and hold the reins of the class, but rather one that always kept up a pally vibe as she naturally made everyone feel welcome and a part of the class. That's awesome. Yeah, not that I even had to try. It'd be seriously hard to forget someone who stood out as much as you. I know, right? What are you talking about, yo? Hibarigasaki was my hometown. Meeting a classmate from back in grade school shouldn't be anything unusual at all. However, I was sure both myself and those classmates alike would have completely forgotten each other, so it feels embarrassing to actually have this kind of re-encounter now. Yet there was also something about it that made me feel warm inside. Well, it was so sudden, even I was surprised. Nah, I lost that title after I moved to the city. More like I was just slacking. I mean, it's grade school. I swear it's the truth. I thrown away my egghead title. Yeah, I did. Not 100%. Dunno. I haven't gotten my score back yet. It's true, I promise. Hello? Who the fuck are you? You the teacher? Oh no, you're your classmate. The guy sitting in front of me is alternating a glance riddled with curiosity between the two of us. I like this girl in the background looking at the posters. And this one doing whatever the fuck she's doing right now. anyway. I did. Hibarigasaki is actually my hometown. I moved out once in the past, but now I found my way back here again. Yeah, same here. It strikes me as a strange name, but I refrain from saying that out loud, not wanting to be rude. He, on the other hand, just bluntly puts into words what he's thinking. I mean, I'm assuming he's the bro character, so I'm sure we'll be great friends eventually. This time, the girl sitting in front of Aso joins our conversation. Her name I already know. Likewise. Yep. I suppose I'll figure out what ultimately became of that fight from the other day when I get a chance to ask her. Oh yeah, I was right. Man, who would have thought I'd end up in the same class as you too, Hisakaki-san. Oh jeez. Oh thank goodness. Please. Sure sing. Kasame-san, oh thank goodness. Flipping A down and also. Nah, she might. It was a fair bit ago when I moved away, so it wouldn't be strange if no one else remembered me.
Kogasaka, 教科書とかはあんのか?
Yep, got them right here. Lucky dog. What if you got them from like? What if you needed to buy them used because you're like low and run up because like you're poor or something? You don't have enough money, huh?
7月の今になってまだ新品のままだったら、そいつの学習態度がわかるってわけだ。なんで私の教科書とようちゃんの教科書隣り合わせで比べるんだよ。
Lol.
想定が新しいのはむしろ褒めるべきところですよ。それだけ大切に扱っているということですから。
皆星の場合は外が綺麗で中が汚いけどな。いたずら書きが満載で。勝手に人の教科書見ないでよ。
She draws in a textbook. Aren't you the class rep? Shouldn't you be doing well in school?
これでは救いがありませんね。くわばらくわばら。
Knock on wood.
友達だったら少しはフォローしようよ。
You remind me of Chinami also. A wry smile on my face and watch over the situation as it plays out. Before I entered the classroom, nervousness and anxiety had been coursing through me, but all of these negative feelings have since spotlessly disappeared. I don't think I'll actually have that rough a time fitting in here at this rate. That is because the Lookout Girl, in fact, isn't the one and only person I remembered. There is one more.
ようちゃん、私の教科書と 交換しない？見た目は同じだし、別にいいよね。
Woman? Yeah. I'd rather not use a textbook that has meat written on Natsume Soseki's forehead. Also, oh hey look, the teacher does have art. It's not much bright, but he has art. That's neat. The classes are at about the same point in the curriculum as my previous school, so I'm able to slide right in without having any real difficulty. Had I not been able to keep up with my classes, I would be forced to brace myself for the accompanying grade marks. But it seemed like I've avoided that danger here. With that, another worry dissipates. Maybe it was because of that feeling of relief that I was absently gazing at Aso, sitting straight to my right. It would seem it is because of Aso's role as class rep that I got the seat next to her. I assume our homeroom teacher did that out of consideration towards me as a transfer student. It's been ages since I last saw her, but one thing that hasn't changed since elementary is that whenever a teacher calls on her during class, she promptly answers the problems in question with exceeding eagerness. Her answers are wrong more often than not, but since she has always taken the initiative and trying at least, the teachers don't really scold her for it. Judging by the doodles in her textbooks, I figure maybe she doesn't pay attention during class, but that is apparently far from the truth. Oh really? Huh. Cool. She just has a problem of how long her attention can last. She's sleeping. That means she literally doesn't pay attention in class. There she goes, nodding off again. In the event that she actually falls asleep, I should take it upon myself as the person sitting next to her to wake her up. Besides all that, whenever we enter break time, also responds to favors friends ask of her with a simple smile on her face. I haven't seen her showing an adverse expression even once. During the last break even, she thoroughly explained to me the structure of Hibari High School building.
このひばり校は1階に1年生のクラス、2階に特別教室、3階に私たち2年生のクラスが並んでるんだよ。で、最上階の4階は3年生のクラス、さらにその上は屋上になってて、そこは基本的に一般生徒は立ち入り禁止になってるの。
Oh, it's off limits, huh? At my school back in the city, we had free access to our rooftop, and I'd often take advantage of that to eat lunch up there. Guess I won't be able to do that here.
その代わり、ひばり校は中庭が開放されてるんだよ。天気がいい日だと、昼休みは生徒で溢れ返ってるんだ。
Ew, outside. Who wants to eat outside if all the freaking flies and bugs and shit?
お弁当持ってきてる生徒だけじゃなくて、学食のメニューを中庭に運んで食べる生徒も多いの。
Also, excuse me, sorry to burp again, my bad. Also, isn't it July? Yeah, it's July right now, right? So, like, in the game, and while I'm recording this, but still, point is in the game it's July, so it's way too freaking hot out to eat outside, too. The fudge, why would you do that? It sounds like suffering. At Hibari High, the system is that the cost for cafeteria lunches are included in the school fee, so I figure the students bringing their own will be few and far between. But in that case, I can see how the courtyard would get crowded regardless of that.
りょうちゃんがいた都会に比べたら、ひばりが崎の空気は美味しいと思うし、食事中でも建物の中にこもってる手なんてないよ。
What do you mean? It's plain silly to eat outside. Again, you got the flies, the freaking bugs, the heat, the humidity. Like, no. F no. In the city, schools tend to be relatively small area-wise, so you'll even have some that don't have a courtyard. So this news is pretty exciting to me, honestly.
でもまあ、私は学食で食べる方が多いんだけどね。
Why you say it's silly then? The fuck?
中庭だとスカート汚れちゃうからね。
Yeah, and the bugs, and the heat, and the humidity. Of that, also rounds off her exclamation while playfully sticking out her tongue at the end. Of course, also being how she is the image of the class. Just about everybody is her friend. I still get the same impression of her that I did in elementary. And, well, there she goes again. Hey, pick up, Knucklehead. Call her Knucklehead like I call Chinami Knucklehead. Thus marks the end of the morning classes. Lunch on my first day at school is, as expected, a pretty depressing prospect. Not having made any new friends yet, I'll likely be stuck having to walk around by myself in search of the school cafeteria. Whose location I don't know. I am seriously glad that the school cafeteria lunches are completely covered by the school fee. That means I won't have to worry about food if the gaping hole those two cyborgs put in my wallet. That just leaves breakfast and dinner costs, which are still a bit of a problem. We have Aunt Shino, though, it's fine. I may be forced to depend on Aunt Shino in that area for the time being, but I want to eventually find a part-time job to cover my and Chinami's expenses. Yes? Hello? Also, who I suspected had already left for the cafeteria with some other classmates by now, called out to me with a strangely excited voice. Yes, I'm not going outside, that's for darn sure. Yep, that's the plan. Also bends forward towards me, almost as if taking that as a cue. My face being so awfully closed, I naturally bent backward in embarrassment. I suppose she had the habit of getting real close and up in their face when she was talking to someone. Though it isn't as though it is a constant thing, it is more like some certain things just inadvertently compel her to do it, and of course, that isn't something only limited to myself. Well, paying for them either way, so it feels like a waste to bring something or buy something from the school store. Making lunch every day is probably rough for parents, and buying from the school store ends up being pretty costly. So there's probably been some pressure from the school in that regard, don't you think? Maybe, also says with a smile. Why was that not voiced? Why don't you just say it? Why was it a narration instead? Okay. So they don't buy meal tickets at a machine at the school's cafeteria? So everyone's just free to go up and get what they want? Then I assume one of the reasons they quit the whole optional system is to prevent non-paying students from secretly snatching lunch. I'm guessing the cafeteria is relatively small? If you use the meal ticket system, that would result in queues in front of the ticket machines, which in turn would ensure congestion in an already small cafeteria. Hence it with the current system instead. Instead of preparing everything in advance, you also have the problem of food being left over, and therefore wasted. But the cost of 1 or 2 meals don't add up to much of anything if you prepare meals for such a large number of students. The reason the price of a normal serving and a large serving at a restaurant doesn't differ that much is also because it's mainly not the cost of the ingredients that constitute the price. Instead, it's the technical skill that goes into preparing those dishes and... What do you mean? Lol. I must say, it is actually rather shocking to hear that. Yeah, I was about to go looking for it. Having said that, also gets up from her seat. What? What plan? Hell the fuck? Hello? What's going on here?
私はようちゃんと過去の思い出を語り合いたいから誘っただけだもん。
じゃあ俺が一緒でも問題ないよな。
Well.
露骨に嫌そうな顔すんなよ。
だってアスカ君、私のこと邪魔しそうだし。
いいカモが向こうから飛び込んできたんだ。話し飼いにしておくのはもったいないだろうが。
やっぱり邪魔するんだ。ようち ゃん捕らえるのは私だからね。
I don't think he has a route also.
弱い犬ほどよく吠えるんだよ。それはカモ狩りの犬も同じってことだ。
I'm kind of lost here.
焦らなくてもカモさんにもいずれ理解できますよ。
Though there is a secret route apparently, so maybe he's the secret character that has a route. I highly doubt it though. Doesn't that kind of not matter if it happens after I've been roasted and devoured? In any case, looks like I've at least escaped the fate of eating lunch by myself on the first day. Oh, it's cafeteria. Dang, dude, it looks nice. One sec, let me hide. I like all the, like, characters in the background, too. It's great, dude. But, yeah, so we started our first day of school. We nearly botched our self-introduction, but it all worked out in the end, thanks to our childhood friend / childhood classmate, also. Thank you, also, and Kusame too, of course. Can't forget. Wait, no. Yeah, Kusame. Can't forget about Kusame too. Oh man, dude. Also, it's pretty great. I like her a lot, actually. Of course, we can't think about our freaking, as Yo would say, our neighbor friend, Isuzu. Freaking. Looks like she hates our guts, especially Chinami's guts. Oh yeah, Chinami. She like hardly talks at all, and then Chinami just never stops. Oh, they're gonna be the greatest of friends. Watch. Oh man, dude. I can't wait. I'm really loving this game so much already, and I can't wait to see what happens next. So yeah, like, dude, also is really great. Chinami's great too. Suzu's great. Kusame's pretty awesome too. Yeah, like I like a lot of the characters already. But yeah, I definitely can't wait to see what happens next, and hopefully one day our memories we'll be able to remember the lookout girl's name again. I wonder if we'll see Mare again soon, or if she's just not gonna be a thing for a while now. Curious, like if we meet her again, I feel like it's probably gonna be really hostile though, and not pretty, because they'll probably still PO to her for taking our precious memories away. Darn you, Mare.